Update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to the Splash Live.
Hello and welcome to the Splash Live. I'm your host, Tyler Kieft, filling in once again for Dave Scott. He was the birthday boy yesterday and has the week off. The birthday boss man will be back on Monday for the shows. It's Greater West Bloomfield's daily news and talk show from 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m., all part of our 90 minutes of news and talk here on Civic Center TV each and every day during the week as you're beginning your work day or heading into work. Maybe you're up and around town with the kids today or getting them ready and as they're sleeping in today on this spring break in the West Bloomfield School District. At least you can join us 9:30 a.m. Monday through Friday for the Splash Live, and then stick around for another hour of me and fun and intrigue from all around Oakland County at 10 o'clock for the MegaCast, where we partner with stations all across Oakland County and in school districts that affect us here in the Greater West Bloomfield community as well, such as the Bloomfield Hills School District and 88.1 The Biff, and other partnering stations all across our local area, the MegaCast at 10 a.m. 90 minutes of live news and talk every single day, and then we'll have those episodes posted online as well, so you can watch on demand. There's so many places you can watch us live. You can watch us, of course, on cable television if you subscribe to a cable provider. We thank you, because all those franchise fees that you're paying on your monthly bill go to support operations like this and shows like the Splash Live. Find us on Comcast Channel 15 and AT&T Channel 99. On AT&T Channel 99, we're going to be in a special place. Just because you go to 99 doesn't mean that you're going to immediately be on Civic Center TV, even if you're living in one of our four communities of West Bloomfield Township, Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake Village, or Sylvan Lake. You're going to have to go into AT&T Channel 99. It's their education, public access, government, and more along those lines, those TV stations in our local area. And it encompasses all around the Oakland County and some in surrounding areas too that are in our generalized area. So you have to go through and click through to either West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake Village, or the West Bloomfield School District to find our programming on AT&T Channel 99. If you don't have cable, if you've cut the cord or you just don't have cable at all, but you're sticking around with us, you're probably already there, civiccentertv.com. You can watch us live anytime there on your TV, on your smartphone, on your other mobile devices like tablets, anywhere, anytime. civiccentertv.com is where we have all of our live programming. We have a player on our Watch Live page, as well as a small player on our home page for those of you that like to tune in on your laptop or on your desktop at your office, wherever you may be tuning in. civiccentertv.com, a great place to go. That's also where you'll find all of our programming on demand every single day, from our live 90 minutes of news coverage every morning to other original programming like the State of the Communities, or imported programming such as what we get from our friends in Oakland County with their Board of Commissioners meetings once or twice a month, and the State of the County also recently happening as Dave Coulter addressed the latest that's going on right here across our great county in southeastern Michigan. You can also find us on social media. Watch us live every day on the Facebook via Facebook Live, facebook.com/CivicCenterTV15. That is our handle on Facebook. You'll watch our full 90 minutes of live news coverage right there in one concurrent video every single morning. And if you miss us and you're tuning in a little bit after 10 o'clock, you don't want to, or 11 o'clock, and you don't want to wait for all this content to get uploaded on our other pages, our Facebook page is going to also have that video live right away, so you can watch our 90 minutes of news right away back if 11 o'clock is the perfect time for you. Otherwise, usually we're there by about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that includes also our YouTube page, where we're live for both the Splash and the MegaCast every single day. YouTube.com to search Civic Center TV. Our handle is at Civic Center TV on YouTube. And again, separate videos live for the Splash Live at 9:30 every day and the MegaCast at 10 a.m. every day. And you'll be able to see both of those right away when our shows are done on our YouTube page. They won't have all the special titling and the full description or anything right away. We'll get those to you as soon as we can. But, you know, hey, a little bit of mystery never hurt anybody with our programming here at Civic Center TV. So join us on YouTube. Civic Center TV is our handle there. And of course, you can listen to us on the radio on 89.3 Lakes FM, as well as online on lakesfm.com across the Greater West Bloomfield community. It's your very own local radio station. Did you even know that we had one? If you didn't, now you do, and you can listen to us on the road as you're going around town running errands today, as you're picking up the kids or dropping them off during the week, and you want to learn about what's going on in the community. You don't want to be listening to all the shock jocks on your way in the morning. Why not go to us here in your local community and learn about what's going on right here in the Greater West Bloomfield community, including in the West Bloomfield School District and other school districts around town as well. And it's a great way for your kids to also get a little bit involved in what's going on in our township too, all across the local community. So today, making news on the weather side of things on this Thursday. Look, it's going to be a lot nicer than it was maybe over the last couple of days, where we had some cloud cover and some rain, especially yesterday afternoon. Very gray, very wintry, had a little bit of snow. It was kind of ugly outside, and really was a not so welcome change of pace from what we had previously in the week, where we had sun, we had warmth, it was temperate outside, you got a nice little breeze going. We're going to get back to that today with our weather forecast for Thursday, showing highs of 46 degrees and a low of 29 degrees tonight. But throughout the day, going to be mostly sunny, including through the entirety of this programming. And of course, it's going to be sunny throughout this programming because I'm here with you all morning long. So all the way through about 3 o'clock this afternoon, we're going to have nothing but sun in the skies, then partly cloudy in the evening and through the night as we get into a little bit of cloud cover overnight with lows in the high 30s overnight, but they could get a little bit lower than that, with depending on the breeze or where you're at in Oakland County and in our surrounding areas. Then Friday, also going to be one on the warmer side, but a little bit of that weather we had over the last couple days coming back in, with rain in the forecast for Friday, a high of 58 and a low of 49 to end your week. We're going to have some rain showers in the morning from about 3 o'clock in the morning all the way through to about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, actually all the way through the day. Consistent rain with showers from about 11 o'clock in the morning to 2 p.m. on Friday, and then again from 5 o'clock to about 7 o'clock. That would be the same thing that happens on Saturday. This is not, hoping it's an April Fool's joke from Mother Nature, that on Saturday, when it's supposed to be again in the near 60s with highs of 52, lows of 25, and could get up around 57, 58 degrees in the 48323 zip code, that Mother Nature's playing a trick on us, because it's also showing showers through the morning, then partly cloudy through about 9 a.m. when we're going to have some more rain showers, and then from there, some more rain throughout the day. But hopefully, by the time we get through most of the day on Saturday, that rain will be on its way out, and hopefully we'll find out that Mother Nature was, in fact, pulling that April Fool's prank on us, and we're not actually going to have all that rain this weekend. But stick around for forecasts tomorrow on the Splash Live, on our final live show of the weekend, of course, with your local weather providers as well, all across our local community. Now let's explore what is making news across our local community. So much going on, so many great things happening. Look, it's a little bit of a slower week perhaps because the kids aren't in school, and maybe it's a more action-packed week for you with the kids at home. Let us know at Civic Center TV on Twitter and at Civic Center TV on Facebook. Comment on our live videos. Let us know what you got going on during your spring break. We know what's going on for some kids in the West Bloomfield School District at West Bloomfield High School, where their world language program has teachers and students currently on a trip to Costa Rica for spring break. Let's take a look at that. There you go. Calvin Brown, our director, putting that on the screen now. That's what's happening locally. Here's some students from West Bloomfield High School on a trip to Costa Rica with their world language program. This is part of some of the other spring break trips and opportunities that are provided through the West Bloomfield School District. According to the school district, they had a whole lot of different activities. 6 sophomores and one senior soaked up the sights and sounds of Costa Rica, exploring the rainforest. They ziplined, they kayaked in front of the Arenal volcano, and enjoyed the mist of the La Fortuna waterfall as well, seeing some quite amazing sights all around the international community as they explore different parts of the world during spring break, and some educational opportunities as well, some excitement from the West Bloomfield School District. Also, a congratulations is in order, as late last week, our local representative here in West Bloomfield in the State Congress, Noah Arbit, presented a 95-year-old resident with a recognition, and turns out that resident is none other than his grandfather. 95 years old, received a recognition. Let's put that up on the screen, Calvin, and show the audience Noah and his 95-year-old grandfather being recognized by the state of Michigan, getting closer and closer to that centenarian mark. And of course, we always love to recognize those seniors in our community that have been with us for a long time in this community, and Noah recognizing his grandfather, a representative here for the 20th district in Oakland County. Also in the Bloomfield Hills School District, as we know, we're getting to the end of March. Today is the penultimate day of the third month of the year, but that still gives plenty of time left to participate in March is Reading Month. That's exactly what happened in the Bloomfield Hills School District at Conant Elementary School, where 3 authors came in person to talk with students and present some of their books and read alongside the students to participate in that. And of course, look, we're in West Bloomfield, but the Bloomfield Hills School District, very much part of our community here in West Bloomfield, includes the West Bloomfield community in many places. Lone Pine Elementary is in West Bloomfield. West Hills Elementary is in West Bloomfield. In the past, for those that have been around the community for a while, we of course remember the historic Pine Lake School when it still existed, also in West Bloomfield Township. And so just several different school districts that are covered by West Bloomfield or have students in West Bloomfield that are bused in or driven in and qualified to be in those school districts despite not living necessarily directly in the communities that they're named after, whether it's Pontiac or Birmingham or Bloomfield Hills or Walled Lake. It's really quite encompassing in our local area. I think we have 6 or 7 off the top of my head school districts in our local area that are covered in the Greater West Bloomfield community. Also, some things coming up in our communities. You can also participate with Sylvan Lake's Garden Club and Bees in the D to learn more about pollinators in our local community. That's coming up on April 20th at 7 o'clock at the Sylvan Lake Community Center. Bees in the D, a good friend of our program here on Civic Center TV. They partner with our friends over at West Bloomfield Parks quite often to learn about bees as pollinators and some of the most important creatures in our ecosystems. Look, sometimes we don't like them. They come around, they fly around, we get scared. Sometimes we get those bee stings if we're being too aggressive. But in fact, these bees are quite docile. Actually, Brian Peterson Roast, who is the founder of Bees in the D, he was on my show, The Megacast, earlier on in the week. Highly encourage you to go to civiccentertv.com on our on-demand page or civiccentertv.com/megacast and check that out and learn a little bit more about what Bees in the D does. And of course, participate in this event. Put that on your calendar, 7 o'clock at the Sylvan Lake Community Center on April 20th. Learn more about pollinators and other great works being done by the bees in our community with Bees in the D that has hives not only in the Greater West Bloomfield area, but all throughout Metro Detroit, including in Detroit itself, in the city, in that urban area. Bees are thriving in Detroit with Bees in the D. You can learn more and participate April 20th at the Sylvan Lake Community Center. Some refreshments and some social time at about 6:30, and that is a free event open to the community. Just head on over to the Sylvan Lake Community Center to participate and learn more, of course, by going into Sylvan Lake's Facebook group. If you're in the Sylvan Lake What's Going On group, they got a post there. Or, of course, follow along with the Sylvan Lake Garden Club for all their other events and happenings and meetings around town each and every week and every month, including events like this. Again, April 20th, 7 o'clock at the Sylvan Lake Community Center. Hey, if you're getting ready for this upcoming summer, look, we're on spring break. The school year is coming to an end. You're looking for some fun and activities and some educational opportunities for your kids over the summer. Our friends at West Bloomfield Parks have many of those opportunities as they're getting ready for their summer camps coming up. And registration is going to be opening on April 24th. So mark your calendars, get your kids ready and involved in all the great summer camps learned as they'll be teaching, inspiring, and going out in the community with your kids to learn more about different ways that they can have some fun and play all around the Greater West Bloomfield community. Summer fun starts with West Bloomfield Parks. If you're watching on our TV or our web streams, you're seeing some of those flyers go across with some information, some great video from West Bloomfield Parks of all the fun they're having. That looks like Drake Sports Park that they were at. Of course, they also have their Earth Day celebration coming up very soon. That'll be right around actual Earth Day with some play opportunities and some free activities, some educational opportunities at the Recreation Activity Center. West Bloomfield Parks, a really great, fun organization. They've got Such great programs, excellent facilities, and you can always participate. They love to have the community engage with them as well. So head on over to their website at wbparks.org for more information on their summer camps and what is going to be available, of course, to register for your kids to participate in those summer camps. And hey, if your teens are looking for a summer job, your college kids are coming back into town, they're looking for some work over the summer, get some money for those books to pay their rent and whatever else they may need for school next year. West Bloomfield Parks is also hiring for their summer camps and for other part-time opportunities too. So always a great resource there here in our local community, wbparks.org for more information on all of that. And there's plenty of other great fun and intrigue coming up in our community in the coming months. We know that in June, once again, the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce is going to be holding their annual Health and Wellness Fair at West Bloomfield Town Hall, where you'll be able to learn more about different organizations and opportunities right here in the Greater West Bloomfield area to engage in your health, whether it's going to be those that are available at Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital or independent businesses right here in our community, from physical therapy to physicians to other forms of treatment, maybe dermatologists, whatever you're looking for. There's so much information at that event. That's coming up in June. We have some video right here, the 14th annual Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce Health and Wellness Fair. You're seeing there some past years' opportunities that were there, getting a lot of different conversations started, a great way to engage in your community, learn about some of these businesses, some of these healthcare providers, get your questions answered. That's 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. at West Bloomfield Town Hall on Wednesday, June 14th. And then, of course, as we get closer to the holiday coming up before that, it's going to be Memorial Day. And of course, on Memorial Day, we're going to be celebrating with our friends in Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake, and there's plenty of ways for you to participate in those parades and ceremonies as well. We know that in Keego Harbor, if you want to participate, now is the time to talk to Kirsten Sonneville Douglas and others at Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation in order to learn how you can participate in that annual event that's going to be going on right down Cass Lake Road, heading toward Orchard Lake Road, as it has over the last couple of years since they flipped that route around. It's a really fun parade. We're always out there broadcasting it live right here on Civic Center TV, on our website, all those outlets that I talked about earlier on in the show that we're always broadcasting on for the Splash Live. We'll have that parade there. If you want to learn more information about the Keego Harbor Memorial Day Parade and ceremony, or learn more about other parks and recreation activities in the heart of the lakes, you can visit their website, keegoharbor.org, for more information. We'll take a break here on the Splash Live. When we come back, we'll explore a couple of really great programs we have available to you throughout our network, on our website, as well as on our YouTube page, about some of our local history. And hey, I talked about Bees in the D. I talked about West Bloomfield Parks and all the work they're doing to help you learn about conservation in our community, about the ecosystem in our community. We'll have a segment on that as well coming up next. Stay tuned. You're watching and listening to the Splash Live.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV.
Let's savor these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, our live daily news and talk show all about the Greater West Bloomfield community. I'm your host for today's show, Tyler Kieft. Dave Scott, your usual host, has the rest of the week off. Plenty of more information on these shows. You can watch all of our content online at civiccentertv.com, as well as on our YouTube page. Just search for Civic Center TV West Bloomfield, or go to youtube.com and type in the handle at Civic Center TV for all of our great original programming, including some historical programming. We love to partner with our friends at the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society because there's so much about our community right here in the Greater West Bloomfield area and throughout Oakland County that you may not know about. In fact, right here in our local area, we have some points of history that were critical during the 19th century and around the time of the Civil War and just before that, and were critical in the Underground Railroad, helping escaping slaves from the South get to the north and get to freedom right here in Oakland County and even in the Greater West Bloomfield community. We did a program not too long ago with the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society called The Underground Railroad, The Michigan Connection. Let's take a look at that segment and learn more about some of this profound local history we have here in Oakland County and Greater West Bloomfield.
I'm Gina Gregory, president of the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society. We're here today at the main library with a presentation on the Underground Railroad, the Michigan Connection, with Willie Payne giving the presentation.
The Underground Railroad Michigan Connection chronicles the life of the Southern slaves in their quest for freedom, and it talks about the people in Michigan, especially Wayne and Oakland counties, that were instrumental in harboring the slaves until they could make it to freedom via the Underground Railroad. Freedom, of course, was Canada. There were several houses in Bloomfield, Orchard Lake, and surrounding communities. Pontiac Trail was the main connector. This particular area, the West Bloomfield, Farmington area, played an intricate part. Farmington was the principal junction of the Underground Railroad movement in the 1830s. A lot of folk don't know that. They're surprised of that. So this lecture, this gives me the opportunity to share that information with the community, and they are excited and happy to know that members of their community played a vital role in helping slaves escape captivity.
Oh, the Underground Railroad was so important for slaves trying to escape. To learn that Michigan was an integral part of that isn't surprising, since Detroit is next door to Canada. To know that the Farmington, West Bloomfield, Michigan area was involved is quite interesting. And anyone who lives in this area, or anyone can enjoy knowing that. To connect with it and knowing that it happened locally here helps found people, and it gives them an understanding of their community that we all live in.
The route actually started in Cassopolis, Michigan, and it came through Schoolcraft, Battle Creek, Marshall, went across to Port Huron, where the slaves would be ushered across the St. Clair River. That was a landmark case that happened in Marshall, Michigan, including a fugitive slave from Kentucky that caused the route to detour and come down through Oakland County. Farmington was the principal junction of the Underground Railroad movement during the 1830s. Farmington had at least 6 stations. The leaders of the movement, like Sojourner Truth and others, spoke at various times in Farmington. So Farmington played a very important role in helping the fugitive slaves escape to Canada, where they got their citizenship. Many of those who used the Underground Railroad came through Farmington. After the emancipation, eventually returned to Farmington and made Farmington their home because of the kind treatment they got from the abolitionists here in this area that assisted them. Philbrick Tavern at 11 Mile and Powers Road was used as a station. It was operated by Nathan Philbrick. That was, at that time, a hotel, one of the finer hotels in Oakland County, and was also used as a meeting spot for politicians and would-be politicians. There's a house at Orchard Lake and Pontiac Trail, the old Francis Immendorfer house, or the Milricus home. That house was also stationed. Now, these places that I talk about now are businesses or private residences, and stories that have been handed down through generations to substantiate the fact that they were stations still live today. And people are excited about knowing that these buildings and these homes or the people in their community were instrumental in helping the slaves become productive citizens.
Video alongside Gina Gregory, the executive director of the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society, the president of the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society, Gina Gregory, also featured in that video that we did alongside them in 2015 about the Underground Railroad in our local area. And every time I drive around that Orchard Lake and Pontiac Trail area, I turn left on the Pontiac Trail and I'm driving up, I always try to look off to the left side of the road and see that house and just try to understand the history of all that, especially now in the warmer months of the year when we're getting that sunshine of that tree canopy that still covers Pontiac Trail in that area of our community. So much incredible local history right here in the Greater West Bloomfield area and across Oakland County. And so highly encourage you, if you're just tuning in, if you missed part of that, to go to our YouTube page at Civic Center TV and search Underground Railroad, The Michigan Connection. Great content there. Excellent historical information about the impact of our community in the Underground Railroad and the freeing of slaves in the United States. Now, we were planning on showing you A Minute with Nature, one of our favorite segments here, and one of your favorite segments too. We look at our YouTube page, we look at our CivicCenterTV.com top 5, and there's regularly episodes of Minute with Nature. In fact, one of those Minute with Nature episodes is our most watched video ever on our YouTube page. We were going to talk today, we're going to have Lauren Azzurri from West Bloomfield Parks in this segment in particular talk about some of our state symbols all throughout the state of Michigan. It's a really interesting segment. I highly encourage you, if you haven't seen Minute with Nature, go to our website at CivicCenterTV.com. Go to our YouTube page at Civic Center TV on YouTube and watch through all these episodes of Minute with Nature with Lauren Azzurri, the Parks Naturalist Supervisor nowadays at West Bloomfield Parks, who did an amazing job with all of that. Great content. We love partnering so much with all these different organizations to talk about history, to talk about nature, to talk about events in our local community, education, and beyond. And all of that programming is available to you on your time, anytime, anywhere in our community and beyond at CivicCenterTV.com and throughout our network online. That is going to do it for today's edition of The Splash Live. Thank you for tuning in as you do each and every day. We'll be back on Friday at 9:30 a.m. Until next time, take care of each other. We'll see you very soon.